Thank you all for coming today. This is very difficult for me to do. It was probably one of the most difficult choices and decisions that I've had to make in my professional career. When I left Alexandria, it was not so difficult. I'd been there 26 years, and I was able to pretty much do everything that I felt I needed to do in that community. I feel as though my departure here is a little premature. I had not intended on leaving this quickly. And, you know, by now you've heard that I'll be going to the International Association of Chiefs of Police. I will be leading the Research, Programs, and Professional Services Directorate. And part of that, the reason for the recruitment was that the IACP is going through significant organizational change. It is well positioned to set and implement the national agenda surrounding police reform throughout the United States. I feel as though my work here and the results that we've achieved greatly contributed to me being sought out for this job. Our community has a lot to be proud of. I've made a lot of friends. I've made a lot of people that I actually consider to be more than friends, to be family. And it's sad for me to leave, but I'm trying to keep it together here. I want you to know that the infrastructure that we've laid down, the work that's been done in the GPD, was all from day one meant to be work that just can't be brushed away. It's work that's meaningful. We have fixed relationships that were broken. We have created new relationships that didn't exist. And we have shown our community that the GPD is ready, willing, and able to be a world-class law enforcement agency that cares about its community, that cares about everyone within its community, in contrast with what we're seeing in other places in the country. There's a lot of discussion about, the crises and the need for police reform. I will assure you that our organization, the city, and then within that organization, the GPD, from day one embraced a lot of the innovations, a lot of the out-of-the-box thinking. I mean, sometimes I got some weird looks about, really, the police are going to do this? And but once it's explained and once the reasons are known as to how that benefits our society as a whole and everyone within it, there were no challenges to that. I'm really proud of that work, and I'm going to just end it there. I'll be around for a while. I'll be commuting to DC for several months, working there 3 days a week, and then the rest of the time I will be here in Greenville. So I'll have a lot of time to meet and say more proper goodbyes. But I have a lot of people that I want to thank. And first and foremost, I want to thank our city manager, Barbara Lipscomb, because I will tell you, without any hesitation, all of our successes here that are now being touted as national best practices would not have happened without the support of the city manager. Barbara not only supported us, but furthered our interest in doing the right things. And many communities are not as fortunate to have a city manager that will allow that. Many, and most, I'd say, are very cautious and keep a tight rein on their police chief. Barbara took some risks and allowed me to use my experience to better connect with our police officers and to better connect with our community and all of you. So thank you for that. I want to thank our political leadership, our elected officials. There are several here today, and I really appreciate you being here. But also, without their support and without their appreciation of the changes that have occurred, we would not have gotten as far. They supported us every step of the way. even when things were, potentially even controversial. But I deeply appreciate that, and I am going to work diligently to help recruit a new police chief. There are lots of men and women out there in our profession that are ready for the challenge that Greenville presents. It is not an easy community to police. There are a lot of complex crime issues, complex social issues, all of which, while they're not necessarily just police problems, the police have to deal with. So I think that we will be able to find a highly skilled person that will not just continue what we've done, but take us into a whole new direction that takes everything that we've done and just multiplies it. That's my hope. I think that it will be easy to realize, and we have to do that sort of quickly. But again, I will be here. I want to thank our community. You're here supporting me today, and you've supported me ever since I got here. As someone coming in from the outside, it's hard to anticipate how you're going to be welcomed, but there has never been a day since I've served here where the community has not shown utter respect and utter support for me. Even in times where, again, we had some controversy and we didn't see eye to eye, but we could communicate, there was no red tape, and we could take positive actions moving forward together. That says a lot for our community, and if only many other communities in the United States could work like that to overcome tough issues, this country would be a better place. You have a lot to be proud of. I want to thank all of the area local police departments. Some of the chiefs and other staff are here, and for your support and working with us. There were many times where we couldn't handle the volume, and you stepped in and you helped Greenville. And for that, I'm indebted to you. And at IACP, you have my numbers and email. I will do whatever I can to help you, to pay you back. I want to thank all of the police department staff. Change is difficult, and as much as people may want change, police departments are very, very difficult to create lasting change. None of this would have happened in terms of our successes would have happened without the full support of everyone within GPD. And we had some tough times. We increased accountability, which meant that people were fired, people left. And quite frankly, I don't apologize for that. There are people in this world that do not deserve badges, and certainly do not deserve GPD badges. This is a badge, and it's a badge that requires a lot of honor, dedication, integrity, transparency, and utter commitment to our community. Some people don't deserve that. What we have right now is we have a police department that has been trimmed down somewhat and is geared to moving forward. Everyone you see within the police department, we have some of our newest officers that are here, is their mindset is one of helping first, policing second. So I'm very proud of that. I hope that is my legacy, that moves on with the next chief into the next chapter. And lastly, I want to thank my family for supporting me during my transition here, and now during my transition back to DC. This job is incredibly taxing for family, and it takes every ounce of communication and compassion and negotiation, if you will, to get through it. We've gotten through it, and I love them dearly, and they are going to miss the community also. My 9-year-old threw an absolute fit when he heard that we were leaving. My 12-year-old is a typical tween. He didn't communicate much at all. I'm waiting for his fit. And my wife was very bittersweet about it as well. She's going back home to DC, where a lot of her supports are, and for that she's happy, but she's going to miss what we've built here collaboratively with all of you. So, thank you.